I was wrong. It's not just another battle if your will is different from that of the gods. It is a war. We are playthings to them, it seems. We have free will, but they seem to like to trample over it at their leisure. Helia, who seems to be the most virtuous of the gods I have encountered so far, most likely also has an angle she is pushing. How am I to know what is the right path? There is no god of virtue and goodness, no god of love or truth. The choice I make on which god to support me as I descend into the pit after Theos could easily have some twist that benefits only them and not the kith of the world. In this morass of confusion and doubt, all I can do is take my present knowledge and go from there. That is what my master taught me as a cipher. I've returned to Elm Shore to visit the Golden Grove to talk about High Priestess Erona. The one that I convinced to end her own overly long-due existence. A whisper among the others, Erona lives no more.
Hail, Estramor.
Do you seek the wisdom of our herbalists, or simply to bask in Weretha's glory? What will the Ovates do now that Erona is gone? She lowers her head. That's unclear. Erona's passing has shown us the perils of leadership, even when authority is as benevolent as hers. She looks on at the kith gathered at the grove. Most of us become Ovates so that we wouldn't be shackled to the whims of a god. Some of us have questioned what it means to elevate another as we did with Erona. I don't know what to say to her goodbye. Now, as for the dwarf, the Ethik Nôl, I don't know. There's a cave to the north of here. How does one get there, though? Is it this way? I'll just come over this bridge and focus on the two tree-like women here. There is more up this way. Are you sure of what you claim? I hope the sacrifice would have waned. With the Frontier's gate open, I assure you, we'll need much war paint in the coming season. I believe the war paint gives them power. What is this place? There is no greater honor than dying for one's tribe. If some fall in battle, how is this different? All of the Adamfab that have called upon the Ethik Nôl for war paint at some point. Yes, it's the Ethik Nôl that gives war paint. Is this where they're based? Let's go in and find out. As a dwarf. A dwarven man stands motionless near the roaring fire that lights the cavern. Your sacrifice feeds the land, supplicants. Come forth. A gust of smoke curls around him, licking the charred flesh that bulges on his forearms. They suddenly flex. Estramor. The dwarf holds his fist in a tight grip. Your kin doesn't come here to share with the tribes. What do you want? What is this place? Blood Sam's. The dwarf picks on his scarred forearm. His guttural sigh mingles with the crackling of wood and bones behind him. As I said, Estramoran rarely visit our halls. The Glanfathans call this place Blood Sounds. We call it home. The Ethik Nôl have tended the land from within this cave since before the arrival of the tribes of Twin Elms. He crosses his arms. Be warned, Estramor. We bleed life to nurture it. Our sacrifices may strike you as savage, but the health of these lands depends on them. And it's unseemly for guests to insult their hosts. Very defensive. Tell me about the sacrifices. He spreads his stocky legs apart and locks his forearms. Everything must die to return anew, Estramor. Through the sacrificial rites, we offer supplicants the honor of giving their most precious gift back to their brethren, back to the land. The dwarf lifts his fist thick and mottled by red scars. The blood gives us strength. Even the Glanfathans have come to depend on blood paint. They brim with power before battle, all thanks to the sacrifices of their kin. Tell me about the Ethik Nôl. Our order has thrived for generations. Before we came to Twin Elms, our rights fed the lands of the eastern mountains. Now we share blood for Ir Glanfath. He opens up his palms. Strikes of red skin run through them like flames. To everything that must end, our sacrifices bring a new beginning. He looks up. We sustain what's to come. Thank you. Remember us some more. You're a guest in these halls. Respect our ways and we'll tolerate your presence among us. I have to go kill a certain dwarf. He had an eerie, ageless face and seemed to renew himself with the blood of others. It says something about Ethik Nôl. When I learn who or what this is, he will no doubt be nearby. That's what I wrote in my journal. These things, these pots are full of blood. I don't know what to think of these people. I don't really like them. They say the Ethik Nôl first learned to make war paint in the White March and were banished for it. Greatness requires sacrifice. Essence taken by force may sustain one, but essence given freely empowers many. Interesting. Well, there's a lot more of them than I thought there would be. These halls are not for the weak of spirit. No, I don't think so. This petitioner before me is swaddled in loose-fitting robes. Her hair is greasy and matted. A glossy film of sweat and grime coats her exposed skin. She has the swollen features of pregnancy and several missing teeth in her big grinning smile. As I approach, she slowly turns to me and examines me from head to toe, smiling the entire time. "Joyous day to you," she says, despite coming from a wearied body. Her voice sounds resonant and relaxed. "I am Naka, midwife and lorekeeper." Her hand runs across the slight bulge in her belly. She rolls her head back and sighs a relaxed purr. "Are you feeling well?" "Flawless," she replies. "Apologies, I should be left to my meditation. The rite of strength is invigorating, almost overwhelming to the senses." She reaches down and cradles her belly in her hands and turns away. Maybe I should have brought the grieving mother. These guys are these little keepers. They must be the guards of this place. They were here before the Glanfath. Interesting. A flame blight right here. Oh, what's this? Looks like some ritual is being performed. The gift of sacrifice transmutes blood into water and essence into power. Behem Sahan Tum. Just as the flesh one nourishes many, the sacrifice freely made strengthens those that will come to us. Strength. Odd. For the ones that will come to us. For the ones that will come to us. These are very strange people. I don't think I really agree with their philosophy. Don't worry, Estremor. All who make sacrifices here do so willingly. She's going to go into there. The heat emanating from this pool threatens to singe the flesh off my face. Okay, let's get out of there. You're either freezing or you're burning in these Glanfathan places. Well, they're not really Glanfathan, but they're still where the Glanfathan live. Essence within to nurture flesh, and essence without to strengthen it. Blood ahead, all over the floors. Oh. This person's sacrificed up there.
As your blood flows, so shall your essence. Your life's energy shall feed the soil, and your soul's energy shall enrich the community. This is by your own choosing, supplicant?
A dwarven man stands on a raised platform. Beneath him, an elf lies prone on the stone table. As I get closer, I hear the dwarf speak in a gravelly monotone. Yes, the elf's voice is high but even. The dwarf grips a hatchet with both hands and raises it over his head. He throws his shoulders forward and swings the weapon into the elf's chest, connecting with a meaty thump. Blood gushes around the blade, and the sacrifice's screams rend the air. Alos's lips curled with disgust. This is why I prefer the wand to the blade. Despite his earlier agreement, the elf thrashes atop the stone table, his torso arcing while his arms and legs remain tied in place. Meanwhile, the dwarf spreads his arms wide and allows blood to splatter his robes. When the elf is finally silent and still, the dwarf pulls his hatchet from the body and wipes it on his hem. That's disgusting. Now I know I pose these people. The silent chanter eyes me steadily. Who are you? Are you the dwarf I must kill? The dwarf wears crimson robes that are stained and streaked with dark patches. His face is smooth, but lacking youthful elasticity. It's as if the lines and wrinkles have been formed and erased many times over. I think this is my dwarf. He watches me with eyes like two black pits as he wipes his hatchet on his robes. Hail, Estremor.
No one comes to Blood Sands without a purpose. What is yours?
Who are you?
I am the Archdruid of the Ethik Nôl. For centuries it has been my duty to guide our rituals and guard our knowledge. It is work that requires a certain resilience, but it is not without its benefits.
I can't imagine there being any benefits. Reston's eerily smooth face is motionless as he watches me. You murdered a man right here. He lowers his head. Your simplistic morals do not apply here, Estremor. Murder does not enter into it. Morality has no bounds.
It was a sacrifice, and one willingly entered into. The survival of all things depends on balance. Give and take.
This principle lies at the heart of all power. Expending something of value releases energy, energy that can be channeled by those who know how. He tilts his head toward me. All kith, whether or not they care to admit it, practice this. We take the yield of the land and the flesh of beasts to live, and we give our blood and sweat to propagate the things we desire. According to Berath, you haven't done much giving, Reston. Reston grunts. Then he can descend from his mighty pantheon and tell me himself. Actually, that's why I'm here.
Since when do the gods send mortals to collect? You're much too talkative to be the usher. This is the trouble with deities. They meddle in a world that they don't even inhabit. I hope they've promised you something better for your next life.
Doesn't matter. I think you must die regardless of the god's will. Disgusting. Attack!
Can't get a good shot.
Charmed him for a moment. And that moment's over. Oh, that hurt me bad. But I think we may have to fight our way out of this place. We just killed their main priest. Unique. Saber. Well, we'll stow everything. The poor guy. Streaks of red-brown blood and globs of tissue have worked themselves into the minute grooves of the stone.
Yeah.
Very misguided.
Keeping quiet.
Blood-stained garnet. Look at all these nice weapons and things that we can sell.
Yeah.
Well, I've declared this an enemy
Sure.
to all things that are good. This place is horrible. I could use some bandaging, though.
Yeah.
I'm really hurt in that fight. Anybody else have some bandages? Thank you, Durance.
Yeah.
Feeling better now. Okay. Now what's left of this place?
Be cautious.
Check for traps. To Andra. Hopefully this won't be much different than what it was like in the Noonfrost Temple. I hope that the rest of the people here understand.
Slow and silent.
I just want to get out of here now.
Worth a look.
Something hidden in the wall there. Oh, opens up this door. There's chests. Well, I'm the only one who can unlock traps, really. Sagani has been practicing, but she's not as good as me. I cannot disarm it. Another trap. I disarmed this one. War paint. Blood testament. Take that. I've got to be able to unlock this. No. Ader. You want,
Hey.
you want to be the guinea pig? It got me in the end anyways.
Hey.
Bracers with magical deflection. Interesting. Let's get out of here. Oh, there's a path over here. There's a doorway over here. Could be very helpful magical items.
Hey.
Yeah, we're trying to move quietly. Just have to get out in this main hallway. I haven't been this way, but let's go this way. Attack! Well, they were gonna sacrifice themselves anyways. What's the big deal?
Hey.
Is it me or some idiot with an axe?
Keeping an eye out.
Be cautious. Be constant.
Sagani. Oh, here comes one of those keepers. Oh, this one's cast spells. Comes a blight behind us. Well, if we encounter them a few at a time on the way out, it won't be so bad. But there were several at the entrance. Stash all this.
I'm on the trail.
Okay, Sagani, move ahead, please.
Lavaru, beyond sea!
Hey, one's coming, she says. Attack!
Sure.
What's over this way?
Nice and quiet.
Their leader, that priest, Deathswin, he was actually fairly tough. Oh, hello. Her head turns to me, but she seems to look past me through clouded eyes. I have heard the screams of the others and smelled the blood in the air, a grim irony that the Ethik Nôl should perish alongside a millennium of sacrifices. The ancient dwarf inhales deeply. Your doing. Come to finish an old blind woman too? Or have you other business? What do you do here? I sell and maintain certain goods for the preservation of our order, and I perform some of the ritual sacrifices. Something more? How do these sacrifices work? Like any worthwhile ritual, it's too complex to explain in detail. It involves clotting the supplicant's essence, binding it to their life's blood, and drawing it into a container or vessel. Tell me about the blood sounds. This, the raw, bloody heart of Irglanthath, where some come to give their essence back to their people. Her dry lips bend into a sardonic grin. Where others seek a noble escape from their trials. The legacy of the builders to the tribes was not merely Adra and stone, but a sense of community, and it is here that the Glanfathans come to sacrifice what is most precious, even their own lives, to preserve it. What do you have for sale? Potions, war paint. Expensive, though. Well, we seem to have a lot of things to sell. We'll sell all of these weapons and all of the armor that we've gathered. We've got a bunch of magical items to look through. I don't think we need anything more. Well, this is considered stealing. Well, I don't really care. It's all ours now. Attack us if you want, witch. I don't like the Ethik Nôl. I don't like what they're doing, and I disagree with their sacrifices.
I shall be discreet.
It's just murder. So if I have to destroy their entire organization, then so be it. I don't care for them. Here's the main entrance, where that pyre is. Around the stone. This guy probably be the most trouble, would probably cast magic. Okay, get on the other people. I'll charge this one. Be ready.
What?
Attack! Oh, he went down quickly. Take this blade on. The two men. More of them. Attack.
That's not very helpful.
Oh, that was easy. Very easy.
You can trust me.
Right.
Hey, let's go through and purge this place.
Ulu.
Let's go.
Sugar. Sorry about that pregnant woman, but everyone is here is as good as dead as far as I'm concerned if they oppose us. chances up here. Get ready for a fight. Oh, there's a blight right here.
Ah.
What?
Bandage yourself, you're bleeding. A little less noise next time, though, Durance. You're very loud, you know that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Attack!
Love. Beyond safety. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm ready.
The fools deserve
How
what
may
they
I
get.
help?
How many people have they killed?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure that there's no trap here. Probably will be. Nope.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll pick the lock.
Finished.
No trap. Potion, flail, some coin. Keep going.
Look.
Attack the fools.
That's it! That's not very helpful.
Let's go.
Good.
And we're done with the place.